Okay, students, will continue this eighth question actually. So, eighth question we are discussing. So, yes, because of the technical problem, we lost our recorded version. So, that's why I'll start with the eighth question beginning. Okay. So, if A and B are minus 2, comma minus 2 and 2, comma minus 4 respectively, find the coordinates of P such that AP is 3 by 7 of AB. AP measurement is given, that is 3 by 7 times of this AB. So this PB ratio is not given. Okay, so P lies on the line segment AB. P lies on the line segment AB. We have to find out the coordinates of this P point. We have to find out the coordinates of this P point. For that we need the ratio, no? For that ratio, something is hint is given, that is AP ratio is given, that AP which is equal to 3 by 7 times of AB. So we have to find out PB also. That means AP plus PB which is equal to total line segment AB. Okay. So in place of AP, you just substitute 3 by 7 AB which is plus PB which is equal to AB. So therefore PB which is equal to, you just group the like terms one side, AB minus 3 by 7 AB which is equal to, so here after this step LCM method, 7AB minus 3AB divided by 7 which is equal to 4AB divided by 7. Okay, now we got the ratio. PB is 4 by 7 times of AB. AP is 3 by 7 times of AB and PB is 4 by 7 times of AB. Okay. Yes. So now you just observe. Now you just observe. So ratio AP divided by PB, we got the idea, no? 3 by 7 divided by 4 by 7. So this 3 by 7 is given in the data only. So now we worked out that PB is 4 by 7 of that AB. So that's why ratio AP divided by PB which is equal to 3 by 7, that divided by 4 by 7. Then after the simplification, 3 by 7 into, here we have to take the reciprocal of this one, that means 7 by 4. Here 7 get cancelled, therefore the answer is 3 by 4. Here we got the ratio now. So AP divided by PB which is equal to 3 by 4. Now we got the ratio. Can we find out P of xy? Yes, we can find out the P of xy. No, P point coordinates we can easily find out with the help of this formula. So that means P of xy which is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus 1. Then my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Now substitute the value. So which values we have to substitute here? X2 and X1, Y2 and Y1, M and N ratio. Just now we got the ratio. M value is 3 and N value is 4. Where is that X2 and X1? Here we have. This one is X1, Y1 and this point is X2, Y2. So now substitute that values and simplify this one. So M value is 3. Next x2 value is 2 plus 4 into n value is 4. Next x1 value is minus 2 divided by m plus n, that means 3 plus 4. Next 3 into, so here m value is 3, y2 value is minus 4 plus n is 4 and y1 is minus 2, that divided by 3 plus 4. Okay, so next after the simplification, here 3 2s are 6, here plus into minus minus, then 4 2s are 8, that divided by 3 plus 4 is 7. Next here 3 into minus 4, that is minus 12, plus into minus minus, 4 2s are 8, that is divided by 7. After the simplification, you will get minus 2 by 7 and minus 20 by 7. So these are the coordinates of that point P. Okay, that point P lies in between A and B line segment. So the coordinates of that point P is minus 2 by 7 and minus 20 by 7. This is about the 8th problem solution. Students got the idea now? Yes. Now we have 9th question. So 9th question, it is similar to that trisection problem. We have discussed that trisection problem in the example part. No? Here the line segment is divided into 4 equal parts actually. Same to same method we have to find out. One by one points we have to work out by choosing the ratio. Ratio is fixed now because all the four parts, what we are observing, all the four parts are equal. See here, let us read out the question first. Find the coordinates of the points which divide the line segment joining a of minus 2 comma 2 and b of 2 comma 8 into 4 equal parts. Yesterday in that example problem we discussed that same problem with the three parts, okay, three equal parts. So now we have one extra part, that is 4 equal parts. See here, a coordinates given, that is minus 2 comma 2, and b coordinates also given, that is 2 comma 8. So now you just observe this AB line segment. This AB line segment is divided into 4 equal parts. 4 equal in the sense, equal parts in the sense we can observe the 3 points in between A and B. No? See here, this AC which is equal to CD, that is equal to DE, that part which is equal to BE. All the four parts are equal, ratio 1 is to 1. Okay, we can take. So if we want to find C in between AD, we can choose this as a midpoint. Okay, yes. So now what we have to do? First we have to find out C point. First we have to find out C point, C of XY. We can take this as C of XY point. Okay, C divides AB in the ratio 1 is to 3. C divides total line segment AB in the ratio 1 is to 3. So who told that 1 is to 3 ratio? Because this line segment is divided into 4 equal parts, in the sense we can observe this is one part and this one is 1, 1, 1. Total 3 parts, no? So we can take this as 1 is to 3 ratio. Okay. C divides AB in the ratio 1 is to 3. Now we can easily find out C point, that is using section formula. C of xy is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n and my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. So now substitute the value. This is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. Ratio is, page is visible now students. Ratio is 1 is to 3. How the ratio is 1 is to 3? This is equal parts, no? That's why we are taking the ratio as 1 is to 3. Okay. Yes, 1 second students. Some students are waiting in the lobby. Yes. So now you just observe 1 into 2 plus 3 into minus 2 divided by 1 plus 3. Then 1 into 8 plus 3 into 2 divided by 1 plus 3. So now in the next page we have the solution for this. Actually very simple. Now C of xy is equal to, after the simplification you will get minus 1 comma 7 by 2. Next D of xy we have to find out. This D of xy is the midpoint of AB line, no, because you just observe the diagram. Here you just D, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2:2 ರೇಷಿಯೋ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ? 2:2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು 1:1 ಅಲ್ವಾ? 2/2 is again 1/1 only. So we can consider this D point as midpoint of AB line segment. That's why we can take that a 1:1 ratio using the midpoint formula. Directly we can get the D coordinates. That is, this point we have to take it as x1, y1 and this point we have to take it as x2, y2. So now D is act like a midpoint of this one. Yes, therefore x2 plus x1 by 2 and y2 plus y1 by 2. After the simplification we'll get 0, 5. Now already C point we got and D point also we got the coordinates. Now, so which one we have to take? E point we have to take. So E is a midpoint of D and B, no? Now we got actually D point. Now again let us come back to figure part. Sorry, not this page. This one. Now we got D. Now D and B we know. E point we can take it as a midpoint, alva. So now you take this E point as a midpoint. Okay, so if E point is a midpoint, then ratio is already no 1:1 ratio. So again you can use the midpoint formula, x2 plus x1 divided by 2 and y2 plus y1 divided by 2. So that is 2 plus 0 by 2, then 8 plus 5 by 2. Yes. So that means 1 comma 13 by 2 is the answer. Yes. So this is actually the point. Okay. Is that clear now, students? Which question actually this one? 9th question is over. Now the 10th question. Got the idea of this 9th question? Now same to same example problem of that trisection problem. Okay. Yes. Now the last question is actually find the area of a rhombus. Area we have to find out. Area of rhombus. If the vertices are 3, 0, 4, 5, minus 1, 4 and minus 2, -1 taken in order. Okay. Find the area of a rhombus if its vertices are 3, 0, 4, 5, minus 1, 4 and minus 2, -1 taken in order. Hint is given in the question, that is area of rhombus is equal to half into product of its diagonals. Area of rhombus which is equal to half into d1 into d2. Half into d1 into d2. Product of diagonals in the sense, so diagonals are d1 and d2, no different diagonals. That's why, so we are taking that as half into d1 into d2. Now vertices are given. Which concept actually this one? Here we have to follow distance. Here we have to find out with the help of distance formula. No? A diagonal half is already ready in the form. Diagonal d1 and d2 measurement we need. How can we find out the diagonal measurement? With the help of the distance formula. See here, you just find out the distance of AC first. AC. Take this point as x1, y1 and this point as x2, y2. Okay, so x1, y1, x2, y2. AC distance x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2. Substitute and simplify, then you will get 4 root 2. Okay, 4 root 2. Next, BD diagonal also you have to work out the same method. Find the distance of BD, that is 6 root 2. Next, therefore, substitute the value in the formula. Area of rhombus which is equal to half into product of its diagonals, that is half into 6 root 2 into 4 root 2. So that is, after the simplification here, 2 ones are 2 threes are 3 root 2 into 4 root 2. So we can simplify, no? 3 4s are 12 and root 2 into root 2 is again 2. Root 2 whole square is 2. 12 2s are 24 units. Therefore, area of rhombus which is equal to 24 units. This is easy one. No, I think many of the students you have finished this problem yesterday only. Okay, but still this is just a revision class. So what's the problem actually? Many students are leaving the meeting, again joining the meeting. I don't know what's happening today. Okay, this is the end of the section formula, students. So do you have any problem with the meeting part? Audio and all, it's clear, no? Board is visible, no? If you are having any problem, you have to send the message fast. So otherwise, we'll continue. We'll go to the last part of this chapter. See, yes, all clear now? Yes. So this is about the section formula, students. In the section formula, second exercise, total 10 problems. So if you have any confusion in any problem, so you can ask. Okay. So today now we are going to continue with the last part of this chapter, that is area of triangle. Okay. So area of triangle. So you all know what is the formula to find out the area of triangle. 1 second. Stop sharing. Yes. Yes, students. Area of triangle. Area of triangle formula you all know, right? Yes, all are sending the message that area of triangle. area of triangle which is equal to half into base into height. You all know area of triangle is half into base into height, right? Okay, so half into base into height, this is for the normal triangle. So now we have the triangle in the Cartesian plane. Okay, Cartesian system. We have the triangle in the Cartesian system. If the three vertices are given, so if the three vertices are given, then how can you find out that area of the triangle? Half into base into height. Okay, base length we can find out. Height is unknown. No height, if sometimes height is given, sometimes height not given. Okay, so then that time, if the vertices coordinates are given, then how to find out the area of the triangle? So ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಲೆಂತ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್, ಸೊ this half into base into height formula is there now for the normal triangle. Now the triangle is in the Cartesian plane. So it is having three vertices, then coordinates. That coordinates we have to take it as x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3 we have to take. So for that, let us take one diagram. We will derive the formula first. See, board is visible now, student? Yes, from this side we can use this one. Okay, I'll take one Cartesian plane like this. X, this is x dash, O, then y dash, then it is y. Okay, so here we'll take one ABC triangle like this. Yeah. Okay, triangle A, B, C. ABC is triangle. So A coordinates are x1, y1 and B coordinates x2, y2. Then C coordinates x3, y3. Now how can we find out the area of this triangle? So here we cannot use half into base into height, no students. Yes, because height is unknown. So vertices are given. It is in the Cartesian plane. If the vertices are given, so then how can we find out the area of this triangle? So let us derive the formula for this. So for that again we have to go to the construction part. You all know, I think you have got the idea what construction we have to do. Yes, of course, construction in the sense from B point we have to draw one perpendicular line to x-axis first. Okay, this is the first step. Yes. Next, from A point we have to draw one perpendicular to the x-axis. Next, from C point also we have to draw one perpendicular to the x-axis. This is the construction part in this area of triangle. Okay, so first step is we have to draw perpendiculars from the B point, A point and C point to the x-axis. You just observe this line is perpendicular line, perpendicular line, perpendicular line. These perpendicular lines are always parallel to each other now, because 90 degree, 90 degree. Corresponding angles are equal in the sense this line is parallel to this line and this line is parallel to this line. So these three lines are parallel lines. We can take this as parallel lines. Okay, students. So now let us give name for this P, Q and R. Okay, let us give the name for this point P, Q, R. Now we need the area of this triangle ABC, right? So for area of triangle ABC, so what we have to do? We have to take the help of, so this total figure, and so in that if we have to minus this one, subtract this area, we'll get the area of ABC. So for that, what we are going to observe is, first we have to take this quadrilateral BPQA. Are you observing the diagram? You just observe this BPQA. Can anyone tell me what type of quadrilateral it is? What is the name of this quadrilateral? BPQA. Anyone? Send me the message fast. Yes, trapezium. I got the answer. Why it is trapezium? If in a quadrilateral, one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then it is a trapezium, students. Gottide alva? Yes. Can I say that this BPQA is a trapezium? Yes, of course. This is a trapezium because BP is parallel to AQ and this BA is not parallel to PQ. One pair of opposite sides are parallel. So that's why. So this is a trapezium. Meeting will be end for 5 minutes. Students, join with the same link. I'll finish this derivation. Okay. Yes. Now you just take this one. AQRC. Can we take AQRC is also trapezium? Yes, AQRC is also trapezium because this line is parallel to this line. So what we have to do? We need ABC triangle area. You just take area of this ABPQ trapezium plus area of AQRC trapezium. Then what we have to do? So ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಈ ಏರಿಯಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಈ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಇದೆರಡು ಏರಿಯಾನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಬಟ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ABC area. What we have to do for that? What we have to do? So this area plus this area then minus this area. Got the idea? So ಈ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಕವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು and in this area this part is covered but this part is also covered. No, this part we don't want actually. So that we have to subtract. Got the idea? Yes. So how to subtract that one? 1 second, students. Better we'll do one thing. I'll end the meeting. Join with the same link fast. We'll derive the formula. Okay. So then I'll finish the class. Next, just 40 minutes. The rest will continue the class.